is really nerve-wracking. Grabe yung listono! And I know most of you in the future will also have that same kind of opportunity to share your story here up front. And by the time that you're here, you will know exactly how it feels. Right? Pero, to be here in front of all of you tonight, again, is also having been given this opportunity to share my story and be able to inspire you is also what gives me the courage to overcome my fear. And as you all know, in life, as you work on becoming successful, you will be facing a lot of difficult challenges. And marami kang mga fears mo na kailangan mo talagang i-overcome. But according to Edpao, sabi niya, do the thing that you fear to do and keep on doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever yet discovered to conquer fear. And this is an old joke, that I usually always say, and it's only applicable here in the Philippines, na palagi ko sabi, gusto mong yumaman, gusto mong maging successful, kailangan lang talaga harapin mo ang iyong fear. Dahil kapag palagi kang may fear, palagi kang wala. Okay? So having been said that, let me ask you a question that is always being asked here in Sana. And that question obviously has a very obvious answer, but I'll ask you that question anyway. So the question is, sino rito ang gustong maging successful? So gusto maging successful, okay lang ba? Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, I want to become successful.
I want to become a successful. Bro.
Okay lang ba? Sabihin mo sa katabi mo, actions speak louder than words. Maraming tao gusto maging successful, but they lack action. Tama? But as we talk about success, we all know that people have different definitions of success. We all have different meaning when it comes to success. And kaya nga may kasabihan din, that success daw is very relative. So the more success you have, the more relatives you'll have. So, although, hindi aside, let me try to share to you my personal definition of success. So my personal definition of success is for me to be able to live and experience the fullness of life. And not just me being able to live and experience the fullness of life, but me also being able to help others experience the same. And to live the fullness of life is being able to actually fulfill my personal, my physical, my material, my emotional, and my spiritual needs. So to live the fullness of life is not just really acquiring all the riches, all the wealth, all the power. It's not about the status, okay? But it's really more on being able to have a very, to live a very purposeful and meaningful life. And let me tell you something that most of you may find it too good to be true or biased because I'm with Lusana. But that definition of success is what Lusana has helped me experience now. So, my next question to you is this. How many of you want to become successful in Lusana? Please raise your hand. Okay, so lahat tayo, marami gusto maging successful. But the reason why I ask you this second question is because I believe that all of us want to become successful, but there are a lot of great other opportunities around us that can help us become successful. And syempre, being successful for me is very intentional. Okay, you cannot succeed at something that it will just happen by chance. It's very intentional and it's very deliberate. So if you want to succeed in Lusana, okay, there are actually two decisions that I always tell my distributors. If they want to succeed in Lusana, number one, you have to become a lover of our products, of Lusana products, and of course, become a member of Lusana. But being a member of Lusana is not an enough decision for you to succeed in this business. You know why? Because there are a lot of people who have made that decision. So probably, hindi lahat arena na to will eventually succeed is because most of you might not get to make this second decision. And what is that second decision that you have to make? You have to decide to work and take this business seriously.
Tama eh.
So, no wonder why not everyone is becoming successful in Sana is because they haven't gotten to that second decision, which is to decide to work on the business seriously. Let me tell you a funny story. One time, I was talking to one of my newly distributors in my organization, and I was trying to convince him to take Sana seriously. Sabi ko sa kanya, bro, seryosohin mo itong Sana. Sabi niya sa akin, mentor, ang hirap kasi talaga ibigay yung 100% ko sa iyo sana. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, kasi hindi ko sure kung yayaman ako sa iyo sana. And then I told him, that is actually the reason kung bakit mo kailangan ibigay yung 100% ko sa iyo sana. And he was confused. Sabi niya, why would I give my 100% on something that I'm not sure of? Then I asked him another question. Sabi ko sa kanya, bro, sa trabaho mo ba ngayon, sa tingin mo, yayaman ka? And he said to me, no. Sabi ko, so that's the reason why you should give your 100% sa Isana kasi hindi ka pa nga sure kung yayaman ka. For me, I would rather give my 100% dun sa hindi sure kung yayaman pa ako sa Isana versus dun sa sure na hindi ako yayaman.
Tama eh.
So, does that make sense? So ngayon, most of us, we join Sana for the purpose of being healthy, but eventually, once you have seen the opportunity na pwede mabago yung buhay mo, not just in terms of your health, but also in terms of your finances, okay, karamihan would really have that desire na kumita sa Sana. But I always tell all the new distributors, more than having the desire na kumita sa Sana, you should have the desire na makita muna kung ano talaga yung kaya ibigay sa iyo ng Sana. Okay? And, syempre, kung gusto nyo makita kung ano yung buhay na pwede ibigay sa inyo sana, I know for a fact that there are a lot of people around this arena who have already gotten to a certain level of their success in this business. Okay? Pero, before I show you what you can ibigay sa inyo na yung sana, let me give you a little background of myself. So, given my background, hindi naman po talaga ako ganito magaling magsalita, hindi naman po din ganito yung isura ko kasi kaya diba, hindi naman kami mayaman,
ay, sa atin dito na,
i-picture
na yung pakinabia, gwapong.
Sobrang pwesto po ng bata ko.
Ay, di ka mong kamanaw. Yan nga, bro.
So, the show you photo is a very famous photo in my organization, okay? So, one thing, hindi po ako yung bata dyan sa picture. Ako po yung nakatag dyan sa skeletal system. Okay, so yung picture niya, nakita nyo, posted June 19, 2009. So that is how my friends would usually treat me. Okay, I would usually see these photos on my Facebook.
Grabe.
And sa picture na to, wala nyo pala makikita ko nakataga ko sa skeletal system. And marami pa yan. Okay, kaya sabi dyan, see, they were too late. Okay, that's the wrong ko. Pero hindi naman talaga din yan, total yung itsura ko, pero almost close to that. Okay? So this is a photo of me when I actually already in the graduate of college. So, my educational background, I'm a BS Applied Math graduate. So, hindi po ako talaga sobrang galing sa math. Okay? Pero kaya lang yung kinuha kong course, it's because every time people ask me anong course ko and I tell them I'm a BS Math graduate, I always get a positive response. They always say, wow, matalino mo naman. Pero like ko sinasabi, hindi naman talaga ako matalino. And they think that I'm just really being humble. Sabi lang, humble mo naman. Kung hindi ka magaling sa math, bakit yung course mo? Kung hindi ka magaling sa math, malamang hindi mo matatapos yan. Alay ko lang po sinasabi sa kanila, sa buhay ko naman talaga pinag-uusapan kung sino yung matalino, pinag-uusapan kung sino yung ma-discarte. So, magaling ako dahil sa discarte lang. Okay. Pero siyempre, to those people na feeling, sino rito feeling mo hindi ka naman galing katalino? Taas ang kamay. Daan ko pala kapareho. Tama? So, gusto ko lang kayo i-inspire, gusto ko kayo i-motivate, and bigyan kayo ng high hopes na makita talaga yung chance mo na mag-succeed. So, sabi nga, if you are not an A student, okay, if you are not a smart student, don't worry. Because remember, the word success doesn't have H, but it has two C's. Okay? So, kahit sino mag-grade mo, kahit sino mag-grade mo siguro, wala kayong chance na maging successful. But the reason why I also wanted to emphasize with regards to my
Ganyan, gym
education
run.
is because karamihan ng mga tao what
Gym run yun,
limits
bro.
themselves from being successful or achieving greater success sa buhay nila is their educational background. So one of the things that I've been reminded of when I was still new in the business, this is the thing that I've learned from Jim Rohn. Sabi ni Jim Rohn, education makes you a living, but self-education makes you a fortune. So, marami pa sa ating dito pag ginatapos natin, of course, hindi mo yung trabaho natin ngayon. So, ibig sabihin, there are some people, they would tell me, Caleb, hindi kasi ako kasing galing mo eh. Caleb, hindi ko kasi kaya gawin yan eh. I just always tell them lahat ng bagay na pag-aaralan. Marami tayong bagay na alam gawin ngayon na hindi naman natin alam gawin before. Tama?
Tama.
Okay. So, it was also way back when I was in college, when I was first introduced to business. That was also the first time I was introduced to network marketing. And let me just recognize the person who has actually opened my mind to big opportunities like business and network marketing. That is no other than my original sponsor, Mentor Billy James de la Fuente. Sabi niya nila, and sabi niya Eric Brown, he's one of my favorite motivational speakers. Sabi niya, once the mind of a person has been expanded with an idea or a concept, it will never be satisfied to going back to where it was. So ever since my mind was open to the opportunity of business, doon ko nakita na sobrang laki pala ng success na pwede kong ma-achieve sa negosyo. And that's the reason why I never actually pursued employment. I was never employed. And dahil maraming mga negosyo na ako na pinasok, ever since marami po kami business na pinasok, until dumating yung point na nabaon ako sa utang. Sino po rito ang may utang? Taas ang kamay. Okay? So, usually, kapag sobrang laki ng utang natin, parang sobrang laki ng problema natin, so during that time, I was actually questioning God, Lord, why did you allow this to happen to me? But this is the lesson that I've learned from that experience. Sometimes, God is going to allow us to go through certain circumstances in life, hindi dahil gusto niya tayo mahirapan, but it's because we want to change something in us. Okay? Kaya, sino rin ulit ang gusto maging successful sa kamay? Sabihin mo rin sa katabi ko, I want to become successful. Sabihin mo sa katabi ko, kaya magbayad ka na ng utang. Tama? So, dahil po kami sa utang, it was actually one of my mentors also, who is actually mentoring and who actually presented this sana to us. Okay, so I remember that was way back in Ortigas, so madaling araw ngayon, so hindi niya ma-present yung product, sabi niya lang maganda yung product, basta grabe, okay. Nag-present na kagad yung business. So during that time, our need is really money, so kaya ginrab namin kagad yung opportunity. So this is that time na tayo, Miss Lucy, this is one of our photos before when we were new sana, okay, and nandun ako sa corner. Okay, pansinin nyo, yung suot kong polo shirt dyan is actually the same polo shirt that I was wearing kanina yung pinakita ko sa picture. So actually, this is my favorite polo shirt. You know why? Kasi during my first year in Usana, this is my day one in Usana. And I am also wearing still the same polo shirt. Right? So it seems to be my favorite polo shirt. Pero usually, like most of you, bago pa lang kayo sa isang, you're very hopeful. Na feeling mo, sa katulad Doc Edo kanina, sabi niya, nakita yung sana parang niyaman siya. I was also somehow that kind of kid. Tapos sabi ko, pwede ako ni Mama sa sana. Kung nakita niyo yung sura ko, sobrang saya ko dyan sa picture na yan. Di ba sa ko, parang yayaman lang ako. Sobrang payat ko. Okay? And this is a photo that I not
Sinatsun niyo aja may isa.
This is my day one in sana.
Sinatsun niyo yung isa.
Pero,
Si Simon.
this is also a photo of us, Mentor Billy,
Kita kami nakapagtong na.
Sitting at the back during one of Mentor Billy's training, and he showed this photo, and the people at the back were actually laughing kasi nagkatawa na, si Mentor Billy or si Eman, sabi nila, sino yung nasa kanan niya? Sabi ng katabi, baka nag-click na yan.
Oo, magkakasama sila. Kasi download nila yan.
Okay?
Online
And
yan.
syempre, I had a lot of struggle in actually convincing people to join me in Usana.
Kaya yung pagkita na ni Lord.
And as I do the business in Usana, June of 2009, is where we got to be able to present the business to one of the leaders in our organization, who is upline Edpao. Okay, so this is a photo of us during June of 2009. Kung makikita nyo,
Icon. So, downline na.
yung polo shirt na suot ko. Okay, that is my favorite. So ngayon, right now, the people who have stayed in Sana in this photo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of us right now are all $1 million crown investors. Who would have thought? Tama? So ngayon, 1 year, wala po masyadong results sa business. You know why? Because I was having so many doubts about myself. I was having so many doubts about Usana. But after a year, I realized, karamihan ng mga kasabayan ko, kumikita na sila sa Usana. Sabi ko, there's nothing wrong with the opportunity that I'm in. There's just really something wrong with me. Kasi bakit sila kumikita and bakit ako hindi? They are doing something that I'm not. Sabi nga, successful people are doing something unsuccessful people are not, even if they don't feel like doing it. Sabi ko, what is it that I need to really do in this business? So let me share to you a life-changing principle. This principle has actually totally turned my life around. And that principle is that it's my fault attitude. I realized, karamihan namin mga kasabayan na kumikita na sila, pero bakit ako hindi? Sabi, there's nothing wrong with the opportunity I'm in, but there's something really wrong with me. The time that I realized that everything that happens to me, whether good or bad, it is my fault. Do you believe that everybody has problems? Lahat ng tao may problema. So mayaman, mahirap, lahat ng tao may problems. Tama? So, but by the time that you recognize that whatever problem you have, the only person who has that full responsibility to solve that problem is yourself. That's the time that you'll be able to really move on with your life faster. Kasi minsan yung mga tao, if something wrong happens to them, they try to put the blame on other people. And putting the blame on other people means passing on the responsibility to them. But the problem with that, what if they also don't recognize their responsibility? Then you are going to be left hanging. Tama? So, and this is from Albert Ellis, sabi, the best years of your life are the ones in which you decide your problems are your own. You do not blame them on your mother, psychology, or the president. You realize that you control your own destiny. Okay? And second is that I know for a fact that I cannot change people. So it took me quite a long time to really get to realize this kasi I was having a struggle convincing my family, wanting to change them, wanting to really help me, convince them to help me in the business. But I realized, iba-iba yung mga tao. We don't have the power to change people. And the only power that we have is the power to change ourselves. And doon ko na-realize as I focus on changing, improving, and developing myself, eventually, I could be an inspiration for other people. So, those two principles that I have applied in my life is actually what changed my, what helped me become, reach the level of success that I want in this business. It's because it helped me not expect so much from other people, but it helped me expect more from myself. As you all know, expectation is the root of all what?
Disappointments.
Disappointment. And kaya nangyari sa atin na disappoint because we expect too much from other people rather than expecting more from ourselves. Okay? So that, when I realized that the problem is me, that's the time I went all in Usana. So going all in Usana, parang sa cover na you realize that you already have your royal blood. Yung pinaka-hinihintay na lang is yung alas, and yung alas, ikaw. And the moment you realize that you have what it takes to succeed in Usana, you'll go all in. And syempre, going all in for me means really working so hard on this business. Sobrang nakaka-inspire si Doc Edu kanina kasi as I get to listen to his story as well. Okay, he hit Ruby Director na part-time pa rin siya. Walang naging successful sa Usana ng petics lang. Lahat ng mga naging successful dito is all really hard work. Okay? And that was the time I really took charge of my business. I started doing presentations, even to Crossline. pag meron ako isang guest, magtatawag ako doon ng mga kasama ko, sila Clark, sila Ryan, sabi ko, may guest kayo, mag-represent ako sa sabay, para at least po marami yung guest ko, para po ako speaker. Pero isa lang talaga yung guest ko. Tama? So, women leverage lang. Pero, yeah, usually, this was the time na umakal na and it started to build an organization. But it was really tough kasi, as I am continuously developing my leadership skills, so nagkakaroon din attention in my organization. Pero until August of last year, that's the time I actually found my leader. So sa isa na huwag ka lang talaga mag-quit. Hukay ka lang ng hukay. Kasi sabi niya, ang diamante, hindi mo yan napupulot lang basta-basta. Mini-mini yan. So sa negosyo na to, kung gusto mong mahanap yung diamond sa organization mo, huwag ka mag-quit and continuous ka lang mag-mind under your organization. Kasi hindi mo malayan, yung diamond director sa organization mo could be in your 100 level, 200 level, but it doesn't matter as long as you find that diamond comes from you. One of the leaders in my organization is no other than Richard Dan. Right? So, support of us when you were still doing the business. So, karamihan ng mga kasama dyan, si Ivy, si Arnie, they're all executive gold and diamond directors na by now. Right now.
Star Diamond.
And this is also a photo of us during our retreat in Sana. And this is Rich Dan's first group meeting sa mga leaders na, and lahat ng mga hindi na-click dyan, minimum rank nila ngayon is gold director. So right now, okay, this is my 10th year running in Sana. So almost half of this, the people in this arena are actually under my organization. But I don't want to take the credit out of it. It's not really because of me, but it's because of the effort of every individual within the organization. Okay? And ngayon, gusto ko lang ito ipakita sa inyo. Naalala ko picture kanina namin tatlo magkakasama. Okay, so, remember Simon Chan, one of my members also in the business, made a comment sa photo na yun. And sabi niya dyan, basahin ko sa inyo, Group of Usana Superstars. This was April 15 of 2009. 3 years from now, you will look back and remember the days when you were just Usana babies. Most of you na bago pala ngayon, 2, 3 years, 5 years from now, you will look back to this moment that you were just also Usana babies. Kaya sabi niya, hindi ko na kontento sa comment niya. Sabi niya, this Gapang 5 has a great attitude and is about to do some serious work and make things happen. So again, whatever results that we have gotten in this business right now is also a result of serious and hard work. Okay? And working smart for me, syempre, you all need to work smart. You've all been hearing this. But for me, my definition of working smart is being wise enough to decide on what to work hard for. And being here right now in Usana is a wise decision. So all you need to do is just really work hard on your business. And, syempre, I would like to close with these 3 S's. Pero kung gustong tips na ibigay sa inyo, okay na ba?
Yes.
So, sabi nga, sa success, there are 3 S's. So, these are the 3 S's for me, na kailangan meron ka in order for you to succeed in this business. Number 1, you really have to develop your skill. Okay? So, skill is what actually adds more confidence sa atin. And skill lang, madali lang matutunan yan. Sabi nga, kailangan lang matutunan mag-present. So, find something that's easy to do and work hard on it, sabi ni Jim Ron. Okay? So, siyempre, it's hard for us to convince people na sumama sa atin if they don't see that we have the skills to grow this business. And number 2 is you have to use that skill, your skills in this business, and use it to be of service to everyone around you, to your downline, to the people around you. Okay? Kasi sabi ko nga, service is actually what builds respect. And if you want to become an effective leader, service today, according to Jim Ron, is what leads to greatness. Okay? So, sabi nga, respect is something that you don't demand from people. It's actually something that is being what? Earned. And as you serve your people wholeheartedly, it's really easy for you to get their respect. And last, pinili ko lang, kailangan mo tayo tatlong S, so dollars. Okay? So So ano yun? Results. So always remember this. In USANA, I always remind my leaders that your results in USANA are just validations of your skills and service and not the other way around. So ibig sabihin, you cannot fake your results. Okay? If you put in hard work, develop the skills, and use that skills to service your people, eventually you will have results, and your results will just be validations of your success. Okay? And last, right now, I realized that if you want to become successful, ngayon pa lang, kailangan makita mo na yung sarili mo that you will really become successful. And one time, one of my leaders actually approached me and he said, Upline, I know you were actually meant to become successful. You know why? It's because from the very beginning, sabi nga niya, the word success daw itself has my initials in it. Galing, no? Pero, usually, knowing that you are bound to succeed, and knowing your future, okay? Sabi nga, if you can predict the future, will you take advantage of it? I know for a fact that if all of us would see clearly what our future will be, you will really take advantage of it. So being here in front of all of you tonight is actually, my present right now is most of you, your future in the next 3, 5 years, or even my present right now, your future could be even far better than my present right now. If you will put in the hard work and apply the things that I have said. And that, I truly believe that whatever success you will achieve in life, it is really all by God's grace. No matter how hard you work, but it's the credit still, God is in control of everything. And I know for a fact that in everything that you do, if you will commit it to God, if you will commit what you do for the glory of God, you will surely be blessed. And according to the Bible, commit to the Lord everything that you do, and He will establish your plan. So I hope and pray that all of us we will not also reach the level of success just for our personal gain, but also use the success that we will be entrusted by God to also give back the glory to Him. So with that, I thank you, and I hope you were inspired with my story, and see you